Welcome to the Athletics of Indiana podcast. Today we're going to talk about the middle chunk of the Indiana Hoosiers 2025 football schedule, games 5 through 8.
Yeah, it's a key stretch. I mean, last year was amazing, right? 11-1, the playoff, Rourke almost getting the Heisman, just historic stuff.
Totally. But 2025 is different, tougher schedule, no Rourke. That's a big hole.
Exactly. And this block of games, it's really going to tell us a lot about how sustainable that magic was. We'll look at the opponents, the matchups, make some predictions based on, what the data suggests.
All right, let's dive in. Week 5, September 27th, home against Iowa. What's the story here? Iowa, they're always Iowa, aren't they?
Pretty much. You know what you're getting. Stout defense, allowed under 16 points a game last year, but offensively, big questions. Lost their QB, lost their star running back.
And they weren't exactly lighting up scoreboards before that.
Not at all. Averaged just, 21.9 points. So yeah, real concerns for them on that side of the ball.
So how does Indiana match up? We've got Mendoza now, new QB, different style. How do we attack that Iowa defense, and how does our D handle their offense?
Well, the fascinating thing is Indiana's defense. #1 against the run in the entire country last year. They are basically built to stop what Iowa wants to do, which is run the ball.
Like a perfect counter.
Exactly. And then you flip it, Mendoza can stretch the field, right? Test that Iowa secondary deep. Plus, it's in Bloomington. Big home advantage.
Okay, so prediction time. What are we thinking score-wise, and what are the betting folks saying?
I've got Indiana winning this one. Let's say 24-17. Vegas agrees, mostly. Indiana's favored by about 6 or 7 points.
Right.
And the total points, the over-under, is low, like 42, 44 maybe.
Yeah.
Shows you both defenses are respected. And remember, IU was 8-1 against the spread last year. They cover.
So 5-0 start. Nice. Okay, week 6, October 4th, at Oregon. This is the big one, isn't it? Yeah. The toughest test by far.
Oh, absolutely.
And honestly, I think people saying Indiana needs a near-perfect game that feels like a slight after an 11-1 season. Come on. They proved they can hang. Are we sure they're that much of an underdog?
Whoa. Okay. I hear the passion. And look, Indiana was incredible last year, but let's be real. Oregon was 13-1. They played for the national championship.
Yeah, but they lost guys too.
They did. Key guys. But Oregon reloads. That's what they do. Their system, their tempo on offense, it's relentless. Especially at Autzen Stadium. That place is a nightmare for visitors. Asking a new-look IU team to go in there and win, that is asking for near-perfect execution. The spread being Oregon 9 at 14, even 9 at 17. That's not disrespect. That's Vegas acknowledging a powerhouse at home.
Okay, I get it. It's a monster task. But if Indiana's going to make it a game or, cover that huge spread, where do they find an edge? Turnovers, you mentioned. How?
It has to be pressure, consistent pressure. Oregon's efficient, but if Indiana's D-line, maybe Kamara especially, can disrupt their timing, force some bad throws, maybe get a strip sack, that's the path. They need those game-changing plays.
So what's the call then? Heartbreak City.
I think so, unfortunately. I've got Oregon winning this one. 38-20. Indiana drops to 5-1.
Ouch. Okay, bouncing back. Week 7, home against Michigan State, October 11th. Feels like a good get-right game after that Oregon trip, yeah?
Yeah.
Or Trek game potential.
It should be a get-right game. Michigan State was only 5-7 last year. Lots of uncertainty, especially with their new QB. Childs' offense just wasn't consistent.
Right.
Indiana's passing attack with Mendoza and Surratt should find space. And again, Kamara rushing the passer could cause real problems for a developing QB. Home field helps shake off any Oregon hangover, too.
So, back in the win column.
Yep. Indiana wins 31-20. Improves to 6-1. They'll be favored by, say, 7 to 9 points. Makes sense.
All right, one more in this stretch. Week 8, October 18th, out to the Rose Bowl to play UCLA. What's the situation there?
UCLA really struggled last season. 4-8 record. They had depth issues. Offense wasn't clicking. Defense was pretty vulnerable, too.
And the Rose Bowl. Big stadium, but not exactly known for a scary home field advantage, is it? A bit sleepy sometimes.
Hey, yeah, sleepy is one way to put it. Fan support can be pretty lackluster. It often feels more like a neutral site game than a true road test. Indiana will likely be favored, even on the road. Maybe May 4 to -6.
Sounds like another W for the Hoosiers. Prediction.
Indiana wins 34-24, moves them to 7-1 heading into the back end of the schedule. Covering that spread seems likely given UCLA's recent struggles.
Okay, so let's recap this 4-game block. We're seeing Indiana go 3-1, getting them to 7-1 overall. The only loss being that tough road trip to Oregon. Pretty solid outcome, all things considered.
Very solid. But it does lead to that bigger question, for you listening. After losing so much talent from that magical 2024 team and facing an even harder schedule, How much of this 7-1 start is like truly sustainable program building versus just good matchups and execution in individual games? Can they keep this momentum going against the rest of the Big Ten?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? We'll keep digging into that. Join us next time. We'll break down the final 4 games of the regular season, give our final record prediction for these 2025 Hoosiers. Definitely want to catch that one.